I see you made it to T's secret study.
Hi guys. They say that if you didn't learn an instrument as a child, you never will. That your fingers are too slow, that your brain is too rigid, that the music inside of you missed its window. But I'm here to say that that's a myth. And like most myths, it's only created and designed to keep out the magic. In truth, if you're an adult, your brain probably needs music now more than ever. As Oliver Sacks wrote in Musicphilia, music is a part of being human. No matter where you begin, it's a part of you already. So, I'm T. I started learning violin and piano in my late 20s. Not in a conservatory, but in the middle of ordinary, complicated life. I am a full-time data engineer. I work 9 to 5. I had a 1-hour commute to and from work every day. And I decided that I wanted to put my hobbies first. I wanted to put the things I dreamed about doing and becoming first versus learning new skills for my job, because working in tech, I have to always stay up to date on the new technology, on the new languages. So I had to find a way to balance learning music and learning an instrument, putting myself before work. So on top of learning violin and piano, I'll also be restarting my guitar journey for the 4th time. I have been on and off learning since I was 16. I honestly have nothing to show from those hours practiced on my precious guitars back here, but I really want to learn. I feel like I want guitar, but guitar does not want me, and for some reason I just clicked with violin a lot, actually. It's honestly the new love of my life. But there's just something about guitar in me that doesn't mesh. Getting back on track, you're not too late, you're just in time. So grab a cup of tea or coffee, curl up in your favorite chair, and let's wander through all the reasons to begin learning an instrument right now. So I hope you got your drink of choice and your favorite mug. Let's get into the reasons why. It rewires and strengthens your brain. So what I mean by this is learning an instrument activates memory, coordination, emotion, and focus. It creates new neural pathways and keeps your brain flexible, resilient, young. I don't know why people uphold this belief that childhood is the only time to learn, when you learn every single day for work. You learn something new. We put learning for work before learning something hobby-wise. Like for work, I have to learn new ways to code, to script, to automate. I need to learn the new buzzword. If you just try to start where children start, instead of wanting to immediately play some complicated piece because you can't bring yourself to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Like, that's the only problem I feel like that adults go through, is having to play things that they might feel insults their intelligence. But just, I'm a Suzuki adult. Just start off at Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and work through Suzuki Book 1 like all other learners, even though they're kids, you know, and you'll learn how to read. I mean, this is where adults fly past child learners, is like understanding things in a more complex way than a child. And you have the ability to sit still versus a 5-year-old child. So yeah, so just start at Twinkle Twinkle, and you will slowly but surely learn how to read music. So in Musicphilia, Oliver Sacks, he wrote that music engages more parts of the brain than any other human activity. So, 2, it creates a sacred ritual in your day. Practice time becomes a pocket of peace, a candlelit space just for you. It's not about perfection, it's about devotion. So, in 6 music lessons with, I don't know how to say his name, with Yehudi, I need to learn how to. Okay, so in 6 lessons with Yehudi Menuhin, he tells his students that each time you open your case, you open a world. And your responsibility is to enter with care. Even 5 minutes with your instrument is an offering to your becoming. I actually have a kind of an altar I like to devote to my continuous learning. It's like a physical manifestation of my offering to myself. So each time I feel a little demotivated, I have something to look at, and it's like self-care. It's like I need to pour into myself more than I pour into somebody else's pocket, as in work. Like as in who I'm working for. Like I need to pour into myself and make myself and my life richer than devoting all these hours to some CEO I don't even know. So yeah, another thing is that it connects you to creativity again. Lots of adults lose that creative spark, so we lose creative time, and music helps you bring that back. You're not just a worker or a planner, you're a maker now, which is kind of cool. Cool because sound, it's an art style where you don't have to visually show anything. It's the sound that is the art. And that's really cool, and it makes me really want to learn how to compose. And I've always really wanted to be an artist. I have spent so much time, not a lot of time, but I've spent a lot trying to learn, like, what's my medium? I always wanted to be creative, and I think that's why I got into software development, because coding is a little bit like art. You can create something from words, from nothing. That's why now I'm trying to learn calligraphy, because that's kind of the same, it's the same kind of vibe of words being art. But it is great being able to take the steps to get music that's in my head out and compose one day. Maybe like compose dark waltzes or something, because, you know, ever since this has come from Eddie Murphy's Haunted Mansion, because the Count, no, oh my god, no, okay, no. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with Van Helsing vampires and Eddie Murphy's A Haunted Mansion. But, like, dude, when the when the guy was like when we danced together, we dined together, and then you killed yourself. Like, but like in that opening sequence, also, like, like ever since then, I always like wanted to create like dark waltzy kind of songs, and that's just a dream, and it'll just be cool to create that one day. It lets you express what words can't. When your thoughts are tangled or your emotion feels too big, music gives you a way to release them. But really, you don't, depending on your instrument, you don't have to release them gently. With piano, I actually feel a lot of stress relief when like maybe I play a song and it's pretty elementary songs right now, because I am maybe I'd say 3 months honestly into practicing piano. The song says like staccato and forte, so then you can kind of slam on the keys very suddenly. Like, let's say I'm in a disagreement with my significant other, and when I step away and I play one of my instruments, it really is a great way to just enter a new world. But I mean, I really want to be able to maybe compose pieces when I don't have the ability to express myself through voice emotionally. In the music lesson by Victor Wooten, he kind of goes into how music is a language and how you have to practice with, what's it called when you freestyle? When you improvise? Yeah, improvise. Okay. You have to like know music in a deeper level, and he kind of goes into how you need to practice and not really know or think about music theory when you are practicing. You have to babble with your instrument sometimes so that you learn what works and what doesn't. Great book, you guys should read it. I recommend it. So I think this perfectly falls into how it slows time and grounds you. So practicing requires focus, patience, and presence. It pulls you out of the scroll and the doom and into the now. So Madeline, in The Art of Practicing, she reminds us that when you let go of trying to sound good, you free yourself. I think for me, music really slows time in two ways. In one way, I have ADHD, so my brain can hyperfixate and I can go into deep analysis on things. So when I come back from work, it's a great way to just slow down and reconnect with myself and be in the now. It feels like you're practicing forever, but really it's just like 15 minutes or something. But another way I find that it slows down time is when you look at how long you've been practicing your instrument. So I've been learning violin for 2 years now, like 2.5 years, 2 to 2.5 years. And that, when I say it out loud, sounds like such a short amount of time. You see so much growth and you put so much time into it. So like it almost makes me go like, wow, like time really goes by slow. I feel like I've been practicing for 10 years now, but really it's just 2 years, and it is cool in that way where it's like, oh, I got a 2-year-old. Kind of. And now, for a big reason, it protects your mental health. Playing music has been shown to reduce anxiety, it lowers stress hormones, and supports emotional regulation. It calms the nervous system like meditation, and Oliver Sacks called music a tonic for the brain. And Oliver Sacks from Musicphilia. Not only for soothing emotions, but also helping restore and balance the body and mind. So you can kind of think of your instrument as an anchor in a storm. Just calm your heart rate, body scans. You keep with it, you see improvement in yourself. It's just a lot of benefits, honestly. So another reason is that it helps you sleep better and think more clearly. Music engagement improves sleep quality, mental clarity, mood regulation, especially when practiced in the evening or as a wind down ritual. If you may practice a little bit throughout the day, maybe do like 15-minute to 20-minute practice sessions multiple times a day, and at night you do one final one, that you also set the metronome to something a bit more like a resting heart rate, maybe around like 60 beats per minute. It's a really good way to wind down your brain and your body for the day. It kind of restores something you thought you missed. If you are coming into adulthood, or you're an adult and you've always thought about learning an instrument even when you're a child, at least like me, you're nourishing your inner child. And I've talked to my piano teacher, and she's brought this up, that her adult student, I think he's 25, he likes to get stickers. Each time he completes a song, he asks to get stickers, just like the children. And honestly, it feels really good, at least to me, if you're like me. So, a little bit of a tangent. I need a teacher to stay on top of things, to get the most out of the instrument, and I have learned this because of the guitar. I have learned that I cannot self-teach. That is not for me. Yeah, so I have a violin teacher and I have a piano teacher, and I went through multiple guitar teachers. I still haven't found the perfect one. I can get into that in another secret study gathering on my teachers. It really restores, I think, a sense of childlike wonder and like just being a student again. And well, for the piano, I have asked to do the RCM testing and exams and stuff, but there's like no pressure. It's such a beautiful relationship, and I love hearing about their students. I love hearing about the little ones, and sometimes I come in 15 minutes early, and then there's like a 6-year-old or a 9-year-old on the same song as me. Victor Rutan says that music will teach you how to be yourself. And sometimes that self is the one you left behind. So I want this channel to just be a corner of the internet where we promote continuous learning, where we are scholars of this academy of life. So if you could just leave down in the comments like what you have either always dreamed of learning, what you are learning right now, if you're learning an instrument, if you're learning multiple instruments, if you are either self-learning or learning through a mentor, teacher, keeper of keys. I'm curious. I kind of want to learn your story. So if you have a life story of, hey, I always wanted to learn an instrument, but my parents put me in sports instead, write that below. Like, let out your childhood trauma. Let out your dreams that you are making a priority now. Yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested in the stories. And really, this journey of learning an instrument has showed me that it really sharpens learning in other areas. It kind of tunes your brain for learning anything. But I just finished graduate school. I think I credit that to learning the violin. After I graduated undergrad, I kind of felt lost, and that's why I picked up the violin. Felt like it wasn't enough. I needed to learn more. Like that, it kind of just opened up. Like it made my brain, I guess, spongy to the point where I'm just like, more. You know, that could happen to you. I don't know. maybe I'm just weird. Like it just reopened a thirst of continuous learning and to get back into academia. And granted, at first, being back in school was fantastic. And then I was like, why did I do this to myself? Because I was working full time, I was practicing violin, and now I am also in graduate school. I honestly credit that to picking up an instrument. I don't know. Maybe that's weird. I don't know. Maybe. So if you wandered this far into the study, maybe this message was meant for you. Maybe your instrument, your journal, your little dream has been quietly waiting for you to notice it. So I left you a gift, a little package tucked beneath this video. A first step, a soft beginning, a secret scroll to mark the day you said, yes, I will begin. You can light a candle, write your intention, and place it in your own little corner of the world. And if this study feels like a place you'd like to return to, subscribe, and you'll become a fellow secret scholar. We meet by candlelight, through music, tea, and whispered pages. You're always welcome here. I will leave a candle lit for your return.